Oh my god, chat room. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'm kind of sleepy, but fuck it, we're doing it live, and fuck it, we're live streaming. I don't care. I'm doing this for the love of the game. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment, chat room. Just give me a moment. Yeah, your boy is sleepy. Sleepy Staz is in the building. Liquid, if you're still there, yeah, good morning to you. Oh my god, not everybody's like streaming right now, so I really want to talk about some stuff, like, if it's okay. I don't know if anyone is actually watching the stream, but if anybody's actually watching the stream, like, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, I am really like feeling it and all that stuff. I don't even know who am I talking to. You good, man? I'm good. I'm sleepy. I've been I sleepy. I'm sleepy. I'm actually sleepy. But overall I'm okay. I'm tired. Not from work, but from doing content and shit. I'm not saying like I'm tired. It's more of the good news is I have a good keyboard. I am having fun with my keyboard. Give me a moment, chat. Give me a moment. Oh, you're playing the SpongeBob game. All right. That's good. That's actually good. Yeah. Good more. All right. Okay. I think. Yeah. There you go. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Before I begin, I just uploaded a brand new video, so please make sure to check it out, chat room. Please make sure to check it out. Like, here you go. I'm going to, here you go, chat room. If you guys want to support my latest video, it's there. Just click on that link, and it will direct you to the video. And yeah, also, I will going to promote my PC goal. So if you guys want to support the PC goal chat room, it's !PC goal. So the thing is, I really want to save up so I can get my dream PC and build it, and at the same time enjoy it. And I think Tanuki version 2 with the follow on Twitch. Yeah, thank you. I hope this is Tanuki, or so like if this is not Tanuki, one of my VIPs on this on the chat room. So yeah. I really want to talk about some stuff. If I'm gonna be honest with you, like I'm okay. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. To be honest with you. I wasn't supposed to stream today, but I had a gut feeling that I need to stream, or I could have just freaking probably watch or play God of War Valhalla instead, but we're done with that. I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna be playing Tekken today. What else? Yeah, everybody's like doing their own thing. I'm not gonna even bother. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really not gonna bother anybody on the Discord. Ugh. Yeah, everybody's like watching, doing their own thingy, majiki. Yeah, like for the past few days, chat room, work is actually work. It's work. It's normal, and yeah, it's work. Yo, what's up, Joey? Hope you're doing well. You are playing Dragon Ball, as I see on the Discord. Also, Joey, if you have a YouTube account, drop a like on this video, please. Can you drop a like on this video? Yeah. Yeah, I am like kind of chubby tired. Like, if honestly, chat, oh hell yes for sure. Oh, what's up, gamer? Gamer. I'm pretty sure you liked the latest video that I just posted. And to everybody who's like watching the stream, welcome, welcome. To be honest, Chatter, I have no idea what to do. I just want to yap. Want to do a bunch of stuff. Well, Tony called me out a few days ago playing Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing Raid Shadow Legends. You watched it? Yeah, you watched it, and you didn't even drop a like on it? Damn. Yeah, chat room. Bear with your ghoul boy right now because I'm freaking sleepy. So I feel like I'm not gonna give my 100% right now. I'm probably going to give like 70, 50, 60, 65, 69. I'm not gonna say the infamous number, chat room, because I am not that kind of person to actually cling on that meme, because that meme is freaking brain rot, and at the same time I have no idea how that meme even find its way into the interwebs. So I'm not gonna say that number, because fuck that number. We don't need to give it 110%, coach. Yeah, we don't need to give it 100%, let alone like a full percent. Or 9,000, just like Napa says. It's over 9,000! 9,000! That kind of stuff. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Like, happy Tuesday to everybody. Like, what did you guys did for the weekend? And what did you guys do for, at the start of the week? Yeah, for me, chat room, I just played God of War Valhalla DLC. And I actually platinumed that bitch. I finished all of the God of War games, chat room. And if you guys want to look at the God of War playthroughs, it's on my YouTube channels. It's on my live. I live stream it. I played it and I enjoyed it. Yo, what's up, Sam? Hope you're doing well. We had brother's birthday the other day. Oh, nice. Also, chat room, I had tomorrow I have to go to yeah, it is complete. It is complete! Now I have to play, now the next game that I'll be playing and hopefully I can platinum is Spider-Man. I have a PlayStation 4 copy of, PlayStation 4 copy of PlayStation, Inception. PlayStation 4 copy of Spider-Man Game of the Year to be specific. And also Ratchet, hope you're doing well. And to everybody who actually is dropping by, please drop a like on this video, please. Can somebody drop a like on that video? Please? Please! Okay, make it quick. That's okay. Yeah, PlayStation 4 Spider-Man before the facelift. Yeah, I still have it. I still have it. I still have it, chat room. I have it. And I have no idea why freaking YouTube Studio is not letting me freaking do the thingy-mag-blob. I'll be playing Marvel Rivals, by the way, for those who are wondering. And I'm gonna calm myself, or I'm going to tiptoe my way for today because I'm not 100% right now, chat room. I'm sleepy. I'm EP. I'm EP. I may have to end the stream short, or I'll probably going to do a little bit of a. Probably going to stream short today because I don't wanna tire myself. And at the same time, chat room, tomorrow after work I have to go to one of my high school friends' funeral, because my high school friend's mother has passed away, and yeah, I have to go to the funeral to pay respects. Condolences to my high school friend. So yeah, it was unexpected as well. So it was really unexpected that what happened to to my high school friend's mom. And then my friend actually my friend actually asked me hey, are you available to just visit our friend's mom's funeral? I'm like, sure. Just let me know what day and time, because this is actually the time that I end my shift, and then I head home and all that stuff. And he was like, okay, just to pay respects, and at the same time a little bit of chit chat and catching up. because chat room. I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced um losing losing a family member, and it is definitely a life-changing situation and a scenario as well, depending on which family member has passed away peacefully. um like my grandpa actually passed away, like you know and my mom actually was devastated about that. And then my grandpa's death from my dad's side also made my dad, like immediately visit him before he passed away peacefully. You're a good guy for doing that. Yeah, more than I want to admit. Yeah. And it, like valuing somebody, and at the same time for them to pass away peacefully in good terms. Let's say life happens and we gotta move on. And I know it's a very sensitive topic that I am going to explain about that, but I mean, I guess maybe one day I'll experience it. Like maybe my mom, my dad. I mean, they're not getting old, they're not getting young. I mean, it's definitely going to change me as an individual, for better or for worse. Or at this point, chat room, like I'm really picturing myself. Like I'm not saying like freaking death is upon me or something like that. But if there is going to be if there's going to be a scenario where I'm going to peacefully have the death staring at me, saying like it's your time. I just want my death to be quick and painless rather than slow and painful. I'm that type of person. Like if I'm going to die, I really want to have my death to be quick and painless, and or just die naturally. Like old age and all that stuff. But I don't know. Like it's not really Sudoku thoughts. It's not Sudoku thoughts, chatter. If you really think about it, it's more of like, if the time comes, I really need to prepare. You know, like what's gonna be like your deathbed? What is it gonna be like your coffin look like? What's gonna be your last meal before you pass on and all that stuff? Like, are people going to mourn for you? Are people going to be sad, or are people going to be like, it's just all that stuff? Yeah, like I said, this is actually a very sensitive topic that I'm really tackling, and to whoever is actually sensitive about this topic, that I can change topic. But thinking about the concept of death, and as well as the living, and at the same time, I do believe in reincarnation as well. Like I'm really sidetracking everything, but I do believe in reincarnation as well, or past lives. I do believe that there's something after death, or like a purgatory or something like that. I mean, I guess I'm speaking. It's all good. It's all good. These things need to be talked about sometimes. Yeah. Again, like if this is actually a very sensitive topic, I can stop. But I'm like from time to time, I really picture myself like if I ever passed on, and all that stuff. Like I really want to see my loved ones to just be happy, like cry. Like I'm okay with them crying, but at the same time, after crying, they would just be happy, and just remember me by. And if anything, if I am going to pass on, like if I naturally have, if I naturally died, I really want to leave something before like I move on to the afterlife. I don't know. It depends if I die alone, maybe if I die with my family, if myself, or freaking, again, chat room, like it's not any Sudoku thoughts. It's just, the concept of death is actually a very interesting case, because everybody has their philosophy when it comes to death. Everybody has their philosophy when it comes to life. For me, I'm like, I need to be aware. I need to be aware. Like if the Green Reaper actually knocks on my door and tells me it's my time, I just want it to be quick and painless. I don't want to suffer longer. don't need a tombstone. Yeah, yeah. Like everybody has their own way when they want to be. They want their souls or their physical thing to be preserved. Like either be a tombstone or cremated, all that stuff. But yeah, that's my thoughts about life and death situation. It's scary. That's life. It's scary. It's life. But you know, I'm not gonna be philosophical about this one chapter, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Show. I'm not gonna sugarcoat all this shit. Like that's just how I feel when it comes to like death and life itself, or life in general. Is our actions really planned by like a heavenly being, or do we actually write our destiny or something like that? I'm like freaking. I'm just spewing out nonsense when it comes to this one. I'm not a guru. I'm not a pastor, chapter. I'm just a individual that just you know talks about and yaps about some stuff. It's a very interesting case. It's a very interesting topic. It's scary. It's scary to think about it, but I guess uh there's a death hotel in La Loma. I think I've heard of that, gamer. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, chat group, if I'm going to have my last meal, I want my meal to have fried chicken on it and gravy. Like I'm just a simple man. I need the fried chicken and then gravy. And then egg fried rice. There you go. Egg fried rice. Egg fried rice soup. That kind of stuff. Yeah. At this point, chat, I really want to order Panda Express. Or any kind of chicken, like chicken from Jollibee, Popeyes, McDonald's, Kenny Rogers, picking that 24 chicken. It's gonna be a plate of chicken, and then gravy, and then egg fried rice or garlic fried rice. Chicken parm for you, and then my beverage would be root beer, and then my dessert would be red velvet cake and then brownies. What the fuck happened? Speaking Saribot like just banned somebody. What the fuck? Wow. Get banned. I love red velvet cake. Red velvet cupcakes, like they're really great. And yeah, I forgot. Red velvet cake, brownies, and then cheesecake. Any flavor of cheesecake. All that stuff. We're down for some carrot cake. Carrot cake was also good. I tried carrot cake, chat room. I tried carrot cake in a buffet, and the carrot cake that they had was really moist. It was really moist and great. Yeah, chat room. That's just how I feel when it comes to some stuff. If I'm gonna be honest with you, chat room, I really want to play more Tekken today, but I gotta freaking contain myself. I know I have that itch. I know I have that Tekken 8 itch, but freaking goddamn, I may have to join Saiyan Survival. And I see Steven. I don't know why he's online right now. But yeah. What else doing it? Yeah, chat room. I fixed my mechanical keyboard because one of my alt keys are not working, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Also, chat room. If there's a specific music that you want to play from your funeral, what would it be and why? Like, that's my question. Yeah, chat room. Thank you guys for talking to me and yapping about me. Yapping about me and yapping about these kinds of topics because it really makes me awake for now and all that shit. I'm really trying my best, chat room. I'm really trying my best. Paid my sacrifice, very powerful, embracing song. And that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. For me, it's gonna be Yo, what's up, Harushia? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hello, individual. Are you also? Yeah, you have a Vtuber model, I think. Yeah. If I'm going to pick a, I've been dead for a year. What happened? You okay? Live stuff? I see. Well, if you new chatter and all that stuff, I hope you're doing well, Haru. Wait, sorry, chatter. If I am going to pick a song to play on my funeral, it would have to be. I am definitely. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna expose my. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get. I'm gonna expose my age on this one, but I want to. But chat room, freaking the music that I want to be played, like it's either like this song or another song. But the other song, I'm going to pick it. But this song, I'm gonna play it for my funeral. Is the "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. That's actually good. That's actually a really good song. That's actually a really good song to listen to. Oh yeah, I just found out if one account be inactive for a long time when you chat to someone's stream, it's new chatter tag on. Yeah, yeah. It's been a while, Haru. How you doing? Like, you okay? Okay, very nice. Yeah, it's a really good song because I see dreams. Because if I'm gonna be honest with you, chat room, if I were in any like, knocks on wood, by the way, if there's gonna be a scenario where death is inevitable for me, and the life is actually flashing before my eyes, that's the song that I would like to hear before life flashes before my eyes. Like, picking my surroundings would be like slow motion and shit. You're trying to get back on streaming but I have no stable internet. Well, before you stream or before you start going back to stream, find a stable internet first, or move out of the house and find a new place where fiber internet is actually available on your end. But yeah, chatroom, that's what I like to think when it comes to death and life itself. It's scary, I know, It's scary, but it's also interesting. You know, the morbid curiosity of when are you going to die and shit. It's Mountain Village. Fuck, you don't have any satellite? Those freaking Elon Musk satellite thingamablob. Wait a wonderful. It doesn't exist here? Fuck! Doesn't exist. I do feel sorry for you. What a wonderful world. But anyway, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Again, chat room. 2040 M is kind of good though. It is. It's some situations though. Chat room, I am going to promote my YouTube channel again, or my YouTube video. So if you guys have a YouTube account, drop a like on it, please. And if you guys want to support the PC goal, it's exclamation point PC. I've been saving PC right now. And if you guys want to support the PC goal, there you go. Also, chat room, if we don't even have any donation this month, I'm probably going to use that money for PlayStation, I guess. I really want to talk about this shit, chat room, but I'm just going to keep myself because I don't want because I really don't want to, how should I put this? Not to foreshadow it, or I don't want to make any advanced conclusions on it, but until the time comes, yay money. I'm a cook for now. Okay, Haru. Okay, Doki. Why would you say my name that way? It's like you know me. I called you that couple times though. I mean, everybody calls me Stazzy and all that stuff, but freaking Stazu would be the name if Stazu would be the one. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, chatroom. I'm not 100% right now. I'm EP. At this point, chatroom, I need somebody to wake me up. Alright. Speaking of chatroom, wait, speaking of, wait, chatroom, speaking of. Speaking of, wait, I remember. Wait, chat room. Wait, give me a moment. I remember. Wait, wait, chat room. Wait. Wait, chat. What's up, Vince? How you doing, girl? Wait. Wait, I remember this. Wait. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get freaking demonetized on this one, but I don't freaking care. I don't care, chat room. I don't care. What's up, Max? There you go, chat room. Speaking of, don't wake me up. Freaking, I remember this hidden gem. Oh, God, bro.
Too much light on this window. Don't wake me up. Only coffee, no sugar inside my cup. But if I wake and you're still here, give me your yes. Oh, tell me what's the music inside my
The voice crack.
Don't wake me up.
Wait. I just like how her expression to this guy singing is like, "We can get to security, get this man out of here." Like the look of discomfort from her face says it all.
Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me. Don't wake me. Oh, oh, don't wake me up. Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Can we wake you?
We make you up. Oh, there you go. That's actually yeah. This is actually the full version of it. God damn it. Ah, making ads. I'm not even Korean.
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Yeah, Project Fame West Africa is actually the show. Is the name of the show. Yeah, Project Africa is actually or Project Fame West Africa.
Life is a game.
Oh my god.
You better get to more friends. If I don't today, tomorrow, go some wake me up.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I think it's the full version. There you go.
Too much light on this window. Don't wake me up. Only coffee, no sugar.
There's like
inside
13
my
years,
cup.
by the way.
But if I wake and you still here, give me your yes.
Yeah, I think this is their version of American Idol.
Oh, tell me what's the music inside my head. Don't wake me up, 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 up. Don't wake me up. Don't wake me. Don't wake me. Oh, don't wake me up. Oh,
That was good.
ooh.
Ooh.
Can we wake you now? All right. God's tool. You're creative. But musically, I would have to say no for Project Fame this season.
What inspires your whole look?
Yeah, the usual what is supposed to.
These days, I think everybody are passing the same road on music, so I don't like passing that same road. So even if I don't win or I win, I don't give a shot.
Sure, I love your
I
courage.
don't give a
Honestly,
short.
I think I should stand up and clap for you. I really love the creativity and the courage. Thank you.
For me, it's a no. Thank you.
No, but thank you very much. Thank you. Love you too much, Joe.
I like it how he take it like a champ, like thank you, love you. Oh, bro, like hidden gems like this. Oh my god, you can't like script this shit out. It's like this is not scripted. Like I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, God, bro, I think he has like big balls for doing that. Oh my god. Anyway. All right. Continuing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a good sport. He's a good sport, and he got his 12 minutes of fame. Pretty sure. Sorry, chat room. Give me a moment. There. Okay. Now where were we? All right. I like it how our conversation starts with, I'm doing well. I'm EP right now, and then freaking, had to go to my friend's funeral tomorrow, and then freaking that wake me up. That to wake me up. I want to wake up. Can we wake you up now? Also, Max, Vince, if you guys have a YouTube account, make sure to drop a like on it. It will really help you a lot. And I'm hiccuping. Also, chat room, I had like sandwich for lunch, and then bread. trying to like avoid carbs. It's like, but bread is also carbs too. But it's not that you know, it's not that. I don't know. Wait. He was like, "Can we wake you up now?" It was like, "Hell nah, hell nah, hell nah." All right, what's our agenda for today? I can actually play Marvel Rivals. Like, do you guys want me to play Marvel Rivals now, or we can yapping the blabbering? Yes, my eyes are closing a bit because I'm feeling it, and I need somebody to wake me up, just like how that dude also tries to wake his ass up, but we shall say. Oh my god. I don't know, chat room. Don't wake me up. Well, there's actually an issue when it comes to cheaters on Tekken World Tour. I mean, it's already obvious. There was actually somebody that happened to know about that. Wake me up before you come. That's actually a really good song as well, chat room. That's actually a really good song. What else? Somebody got kicked out on a 40,000 prize pool Marvel Rivals tournament. That happened. That I saw that on my YouTube Shorts feed. It's a WAM classic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. You could auto tune some shit. Oh my god, who? Oh shit. Somebody's playing Crossfire? What the fuck? Ew. Ew. Oh my god, freaking Crossfire is not a good... Yeah, that is. Anyway, sorry chat. I'm getting backtrack. You're down for whatever. Wait, we can Crossfire. Yeah, not the game though. The online game. Wait, chat. Let's see if there's actually somebody that I know that has a video that has like a brand new video. If not, then I'll probably be going to play some games because I'm really in a okay. Oh yeah, speaking of chat room, what the fuck? I can actually do this shit. Wait. What the fuck? Alright. Wait, chat room, I can actually... Speaking of death as a topic, we can actually... What are you playing? I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals, but I am in a React Andy mood right now. I'm gonna be React Andy. Just a real quickie. Just a quickie though. Just quickie. Anyway. There you go. Alright, chat room. Speaking of death. Speaking of death, by the way, chat room. Speaking of death. Speaking of le death. Yeah, speaking of the death chat room, speaking of the death itself. Yeah, speaking of death chat room. Speaking of death, Tov posted a brand new video, and I love Tov. Like, he's actually one of the morbid content creators that I follow, like next to Nick Crowley. He actually has like really good like topics to cover. At the same time, it's a mixture of, you know, like morbid topics, or like true crime, all that situation. And right now, or I should say, few days ago, he actually uploaded a brand new video, which is death approach in cartoons. So, sticking to our topic a while ago, which is death itself, or like the philosophy of death, I'm going to react and watch Hub's video covering how death is approached in cartoons. So, without further ado, let's actually begin. I have to turn on my ad blocker for this because I'm sorry, Tov.
Kids' cartoons were made as an escape, as a distraction.
Yo, what's up, Ellie?
Kids' cartoons were made as an escape, as a distraction. But what happens when these kids' cartoons try to serve real-world lessons? We've already talked about how racicism and special needs are approached.
Oh, I
in
watched
cartoons,
those
but
two
today we're
videos.
gonna be
They're a
talking
really
about
great
death,
topic,
the
or
unavoidable
really
thing that we're all
video
gonna go
to
through.
watch.
I specifically look for episodes of kids' cartoons or live-action shows that do their best to portray grief. So it's not just like a one-off character
I know
dying
that
and then we move on.
episode. That's
I
the
picked
Pokemon
episodes with
Origins
substance.
episode.
And in case you don't know, my name is Tub and I make morbid documentaries.
Also,
And
at
if
the
you're not
same time, that
subscribed,
was
don't
derived
subscribe yet.
from
I
the
will earn your
Pokemon,
subscription by the
Red
end of
and
this
Blue.
video. Also, I want to make it known that my videos are now on Spotify under
I'm doing well,
Tub
Ellie. Hope you're
in
doing
case
well
you want to
too.
go watch my videos on Spotify. With that being said, let's get started with today's topic. Sesame Street. Farewell, Mr. Hooper. The common conception, or misconception if you think about it, is
I
that
think
you're not
I'm
supposed to talk
familiar
about
with this
death on
episode.
children's TV. In practice, most shows would avoid it, maybe say the character moved away or just quietly recast the role, but in 1983, Sesame Street did something completely different, something that's still considered one of the most powerful moments in television history. On December 7th of 1982, actor Will Lee, who'd played Mr. Hooper since the show's premiere in 1969, died of a heart attack at 74. He'd been one of the original 4 human characters, the gruff but warm-hearted owner of Hooper Store, where all the Muppets and kids would gather. Now here's the thing, when you work at the same place for such a long time, especially when the work is this wholesome and full of heart, the cast becomes a family. And I don't mean that in the corporate feel-good sense. For these people, Mr. Hooper really was one of them. So the producers faced a choice. They could have easily said Mr. Hooper, moved to Florida or recasted the role, but executive producer Dulcie Singer said, if we left it unsaid, kids would notice. After consulting with child psychologists, child development experts, and even religious advisors, they made a bold decision. They'd have the character die too, and use it to teach children about the concept of death without being traumatized by it. Episode 1839 aired on Thanksgiving Day, 1983. That day was specifically chosen so parents would be home to answer any questions their kids might have. The episode starts normally, just a typical day on Sesame Street. Big Bird's been drawing pictures of all his friends and he's handing them out, excited to share his artwork with everyone. He gives his portraits to Luis, Susan, Gordon, Bob, Maria, David, and Olivia. But then he's got one left, a drawing of Mr. Hooper. Big Bird looks around. Say, where is he? That's when Maria says it. Big Bird, don't you remember we told you? Mr. Hooper died. He's dead. Yeah, it was that direct. But then Big Bird, in this perfect childlike way, responds saying that he'll give it to him when he comes back, because that's exactly how a kid would think. The adults have to explain, using the word dead repeatedly, that Mr. Hooper isn't coming back. Ever. And Big Bird's next question is exactly what child development experts predicted. Who's going to make my birdseed milkshakes? It sounds selfish, but preschoolers are naturally self-centered. They're really asking, who's going to take care of me? So, did it work? The research department conducted studies before and after the episode aired. They found that 73% of 4 and 5-year-olds understood Mr. Hooper was dead, and 88% of that group understood he wasn't coming back. Only about a quarter of 3-year-olds got it, but that's developmentally expected. Most importantly, 80% of kids stayed attentive throughout. Half of the parents reported discussing death with their children after watching, and critically, none reported negative reactions from their kids. Maybe that's why
good.
The Daytime Emmys later selected it as one of the 10 most influential moments in daytime television history.
That's great. That's actually really great episode for Sesame Street to cover up when it comes to like the concept of death itself. Like it doesn't have to. I mean, you have to get tiptoed with that certain situation and explain it very carefully to a self-centered or a developing a child, so that it doesn't have to be like ponies and rainbows or what reality is. Some, at one point, you gotta teach kids like, hey, this is the reality, you know, and you gotta live with it. But that's life. Yeah, like you miss those moments back when TV shows give you like, very philosophical messages, or at the same time, you like, teaching you, this stuff, that kind of stuff. But nowadays, it's just always a form factor of entertainment at this point. And Cubone Pokemon Origins, I know this episode because I watched the Pokemon Origins anime chapter and it was great. It covers like freaking Pokemon Red and Blue, or Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the remake. It is great.
Pokemon Origins. Now, speaking to all the Pokemon fans out there, there's a reason Cubone is called the Lonely Pokemon. According to the Pokédex across every Pokemon
Yeah, it's a very sad
Cubone
Pokédex.
wears the skull of its deceased mother on its head like a helmet. When it cries, the skull vibrates and makes his mournful sound. At night, especially during a full moon, Cubone looks up and sees its mother's face in the moon, which makes it howl with sadness. It's literally stuck in a perpetual state of grief. So, how do you turn that into a kid's episode? Well, Pokemon Origins, which aired in 2013, didn't shy away from it. They really leaned in on episode 2 and made it center on Lavender Town.
Yeah, Lavender
Names,
Town.
I'm sure you guys know, is the creepy part, the creepy
Yes,
Pokemon
it's the
cemetery.
creepy.
And they do bring back the original song for that episode, which I thought was really cool.
It was
It's
great.
a place where deceased Pokemon are buried and mourned. The
Yeah,
protagonist,
this
Red,
is the episode where you visit the Pokemon Tower, and then Cubone, and at the same time Mr. Fuji, the Pokemon daycare man.
visits the Pokemon House, a shelter for orphan and abandoned Pokemon.
Also, there was some theories as well, chat room, that Cubone, like this Pokemon was like Charmander. Yeah, chat room. This was like Charmander. Like he developed into a Cubone because of this was the skull of a Charizard or something like that. That was like freaking a conspiracy theory. Like Cubone and Charmander are the same Pokemon. Just that this is actually the deformed version of Charmander because similarities are uncanny. They said, but nah, I don't see it.
Run by Mr. Fuji. There he notices one Pokemon that's different from all the others, while the other Pokemon are playing happily with their caretakers, refusing to interact with anyone except Mr. Fuji. The show explains why through a flashback. Team Rocket Grunts were trying to capture Cubone.
Like yeah, there's also a part in the episode where a white hand is on red shoulder. Yes, and funny enough, that was also in the game, and then somebody made a ROM hack or like a mod of when you actually go to the Pokemon Tower, like after you beat Team Rocket and then rescuing Mr. Fuji, somebody actually made a mod or a ROM hack of if you go to the Pokemon Tower at the top of the top floor, freaking you get to battle the white hand, which is funny.
To sell it, apparently baby Cubones fetch for a high price.
Yep.
And Cubone's mother, a Marowak.
Yeah, so you actually get, or you actually heard this from the NPC dialogues on the Pokemon games, like specifically Red and Blue and then Fire Red, Leaf Green, like either of the two games, like remake or the OG. It was along the lines of like that poor Cubone. He doesn't they took the life of the Cubone's mother, and then freaking Team Rocket are like selfless, heartless individuals, just want to profit Pokemon for money and all that stuff. So yeah,
Stepped in to protect her child.
but this was actually very descriptive, or like very like visualized as well of what the NPC said.
Attacked her with an electric stun rod, hard enough to kill her. Cubone heard its mother's final cry as it ran away, and then stood by the rock where she died until at least dawn, completely frozen in grief. Then Mr. Fuji found the orphan Pokemon and brought it to the shelter, but Cubone remained angry and distrustful of humans. I mean, humans just murdered its mother right in front of it. It has its justified reasons, and it's interesting because the show's creators aren't sugarcoating such. They show Cubone's behavioral response to grief, the resulting isolation, distrust, and the inability to connect with others. I mean, it's actual trauma representation. And what makes this educational is that it validates the grieving process for kids. Cubone takes its time to grieve, and the Pokédex actually states that Cubone only evolves into Marowak once it comes to terms with the pain of its mother's death. That's actually a pretty sophisticated concept. That grief is something you have to work through, not
Yep.
something that just
Very
disappears.
powerful
Pokemon
concept.
creator Satoshi Tajiri actually designed Cubone specifically from thinking about how sad it would be for a Pokemon to die. It's darker than most kids' cartoons would go, but that's the point. And don't even get me started on the concept of Cubone hugging his mother's ghost for the last time until she floats up to heaven. If you don't shed a tear while watching that episode,
Those actually, well, you can actually do that in the game because you have the Silph Scope, which Red has Silph Scope, and this and the anime version of that encounter, freaking they nailed it perfectly. At the same time, it actually just aw, like you get the reaction of like, oh okay, you have the reconciliation of Cubone's mother or Marowak, to Cubone. I'm like, son, it's okay. It's fine. You don't have to be sad anymore. There are definitely human individuals that will really care for you. That stuff. Yeah, I really want to play the Let's Go games. I really want to play the Pokemon Let's Go games. Like, I know, Joey, like, people said that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is just a Pokemon Go game. But I'm really curious of it. Because why? Because it's another iteration of the Pokemon, like the OG Pokemon Red and Blue game. Like, it's another remake. And I want to play it. It's just that I don't have a Switch. And I don't want to use flipping emulation. I don't want to use it.
bruh, you not human. I'm not gonna lie, cause that one got me. I'm not gonna like that one. That one got me. That one got me. But
It's like the people hate it because they treat it as a Pokemon Go. Like that game is Pokemon Go. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't mind Pokemon Go though. Pokemon Go is actually good.
let's head on to the next one.
Like during the hype of
Finding
it.
Nemo, the Barracuda attack. All right, so we're jumping into a mainstream one.
Why people don't like the Pokemon Let's Go games because it's Pokemon Go game. Like how you capture Pokemon in that game. It's not like the usual, like traditional Pokemon game where you catch a Pokemon by battling it. Like freaking have to throw a Pokeball at it, like kind of like a Pokemon Go. But very interesting concept of that is like mounting is back. Mounting on your Pokemon is actually back, and then your Pokemon follows you. Like it's actually really great. It's just that people don't like the Pokemon Go concept mechanic of that game. Even if it's like a remake. No, why you don't want to emulate? I don't want to emulate Switch games because first of all, freaking my gaming PC doesn't support much of it. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a very limitation when it comes to like me recording an emulated like I guess you could say like the latest console gen stuff. It's gonna stress out my gaming laptop. Not to mention chat room. I open like what freaking 3 heavy applications, which is OBS, freaking 2 applications that my VTuber model is running, and freaking I have Discord, and then I have freaking other stuff. That's why I need a gaming PC. So if you guys want to support the goal, it's !PC. God damn it. Like if you guys want your boy to expand his library of games, which he can't run on the highest quality or highest settings, making support the mother flipping goal.
Maybe the most mainstream IP on this list. So most Disney and Pixar movies ease you into the sad parts. They build up to them, give you time to prepare, except for apparently Finding Nemo and Up. The movie opens with Marlin and Coral.
Oh, the Up was actually very sad as hell. It's very sad if you were to think about it because the the old man is a widower and all that stuff. Anyway.
2 clownfish parents admiring their new home in an anemone on the Great Barrier Reef.
Anemone.
They're about to become parents to over 400 eggs. Everything's perfect, they're joking around, talking about baby names, imagining their future. It's warm and funny and completely disarming. Then everything changes in about 30 seconds. A barracuda appears. Marlin tells Coral to get inside the anemone, but she sees the eggs exposed and rushes to protect them. Marlin tries to stop her, tries to fight off the predator, but he's knocked unconscious. When he wakes up, Coral is gone and the eggs are gone too. Everything except one cracked egg that survived, which becomes Nemo. It is arguably, from the perspective of kids I believe, one of the rawest, most brutal openings in a Disney movie because it simply doesn't give the viewer a chance to prepare. You don't even get enough time to grow attached to the characters first.
Yep.
One moment there is a complete family, the next moment there isn't. Just try to think about that as a kid. Although, to be fair, that's closer to how trauma actually works in real life, and it's only that most kids' movies wouldn't dare to show it. Originally, this scene was going to be told through flashbacks later in the film. Pixar animator Jason Deemer shared that after the final test screening with that version, nobody said a word, and they thought they made quote-unquote their first bad movie. Co-director Lee Unkrich stepped in and moved the entire sequence to the beginning. That decision also helped the audience understand Marlon's behavior from the start, and it made a lot of sense.
Sense.
Without seeing this trauma, Marlon just looks like an annoying, overprotective parent. Kids watching might think he's unreasonable for not letting Nemo explore, but because we witnessed what Marlon witnessed, we understand. The entire movie becomes about how unprocessed trauma affects parenting with textbook symptoms of PTSD. And I know that the film is about Nemo because, well, he's in the title, but zooming in, it also becomes this kind of therapy for Marlon. He's forced to face his fears, the open ocean, sharks, jellyfish, the unknown. Along the way, characters like Dory and the sea turtles help him realize he can't control everything, that trying to prevent all danger is impossible. Ultimately, it shows, and this is me interpreting it a bit, that people or sea creatures can adapt, can find new relationships, can move forward while still carrying that loss. Star Trek.
By the way, chat room, for those who watch Finding Dory, was it actually a really good sequel to Finding Nemo? Or I mean, asking, despite Ellen DeGeneres, acts like how she is in the show business, was Finding Dory actually good? I'm pretty sure it doesn't topple the original, but okay. Joey said it was okay. All right, because I never watched it. I actually never watched it, but I did watch Finding Nemo when I was a kid. It was funny enough. I watched it on a classroom auditorium because it was like an event where freaking the teachers were like, okay, we're going to give you this this movie, and then you have to make like a reflection paper out of it. Yeah, not even close, but it's still watchable. I mean, I can understand, Joey, because freaking what, Finding Nemo came out like what, early 2000s, and then Finding Dory was like 2010s or something like that. So the perspective of an audience has drastically changed throughout the years.
The animated series Yesteryear. Now let's go back decades ago to 1973. Saturday morning cartoons were pretty much about superheroes punching villains and talking animals getting into shenanigans. Star Trek, the animated series, decided to tackle death, but not human death.
Yeah, the hype was gone, but at the same time, it was during that time as well, where Ellen was actually getting bombarded with a lot of allegations, which it turned out to be true, that she mistreated her coworkers and all that stuff. And then how, she acts towards people.
Your pet's death. Specifically, euthanasia. Yes, we're talking about the kids' cartoon, not the movies. This is specifically was made with kids in mind. Just imagine waking up on a Saturday morning, you got your cereal, you're ready to watch some cartoons, and you just get explained that your pet will die at some point. You might have to put it down peacefully. And honestly, did they do it well? That's what we're going to talk about. Not the fact that they did it. That's cool that they did it, whatever. Did they actually do it well? I watched all the episodes on this list, and honestly, I liked it. The episode is named Yesteryear. The episode puts 7-year-old Spock in a position where he has to decide whether to let his beloved pet die peacefully or prolong its suffering. Let me give you a little context about the setup. Adult Spock travels back in time and finds his younger self about to undertake the Kozwan, a Vulcan coming-of-age ritual in the desert. Young Spock is being bullied by other Vulcan children for being half human, and he's struggling with whether to embrace his human side or his Vulcan heritage. His pet, a massive creature that looks like a 600-pound teddy bear with fangs, named Aichea, is his only real companion. When young Spock runs away into the desert, Aichea follows to protect him. They're attacked by a Lamaya, a predatory animal, and Aichea fights it off, but gets poisoned in the process. The healer arrives and presents young Spock with two options. He can prolong Aichea's life with medication, but the animal will be in constant pain from the poison, or he can euthanize Aichea and let him die peacefully. Young Spock chooses to let Aichea die. And make no mistake, NBC was not happy about this. The network expressed serious concern about showing a pet being euthanized on a children's program, but the creator had full creative control of the series and approved it, so the network couldn't do much about it. The episode aired as written. This was actually the first time a children's show depicted the death of a child's pet, and it basically taught children that pets do die, and that sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let them go instead of making them suffer longer. That's a pretty heavy message for a Saturday morning cartoon about a guy with pointy ears traveling through time. The only part I guess I disagree with is the airing time. Maybe it shouldn't have been Saturday right in the morning. Alright, maybe 12 p.m. Like I said, I actually did like this episode. It's very straightforward. You can tell that the Vulcans really are emotionless. They even touch on that in the episode, saying that that Vulcans don't make jokes. and then it ends off with a joke, which is pretty funny. I really appreciated how straightforward this one was. Regular show, Pops' self-sacrifice.
Oh, I know
Another
this
common
one.
notion or belief is that you're not supposed to kill off main characters. Obviously, the Duffer Brothers love
I
that one.
know this
Crazy.
one.
I was expecting Steve to die in the Stranger Things finale, but this video isn't about that. You know, I actually watched the finale in theaters. I went out of my way to go, like, whatever. And that goes for kids' cartoons as well. They'll do fake outs, close calls, or just write characters out of the show.
Yeah, the
They
power.
never really kill them off. Not regular show, though. I mean, they decided to end the 8-season run by actually killing its sweetest, most innocent character and showing him watching his friends from heaven.
Yeah, I actually watched this finale, chat room. It was actually very good. It's a great ending, by the way, chat room. And I think I remember, like, freaking... They're planning to make a remake of regular show. Like, I heard rumors about it. I'm like, freaking no. Don't do it. Don't remake this series. It's actually great. It's enough itself. Like, freaking just... That's what I've heard. Like, they're planning, like, you know, there were speculations that they're planning to remake regular show. I'm like, no, don't do it, or make a sequel out of it. I'm like, no, they can just like put this regular show in Fortnite. Yeah, I saw the leaks as well. But where's my goddamn Devil May Cry leak on Fortnite? God damn it!
Series finale, a regular epic final battle, aired in 2017, and that's a 3-part journey where Pops, this naive lollipop-shaped man, who's basically the embodiment of childlike joy, has to fight his evil twin brother, Anti-Pops, to save the universe. Thing is, this battle has happened billions of times before. Every time it ends the same way. They destroy each other, the universe resets, and the cycle starts over. Pops is revealed to be Mega Kranis, born on planet Lollyland. Yes, they named it Lollyland. I'm sure they don't know about internet culture, but no, when I say that, I'm not talking about little anime girls. He was literally created as, quote, the embodiment of pure good. His brother Anti-Pops is the opposite, pure evil. And throughout the finale, Pops tries every physical attack to defeat his brother. Nothing works. Then Pops realizes something. He's been approaching this wrong. Instead of fighting, he needs to show love. So he hugs Anti-Pops while they both fly into the sun, sacrificing himself to break the cycle and save the universe. Creator J.G. Quintel explained in a panel that Pops had to die because his sacrifice symbolizes the sadness and loss that comes with maturity. The other characters were growing up, moving on, starting families.
Yeah, this was great.
Obviously, except for Skips, he's immortal.
Yep.
Which in itself is just sad. He's gonna have to see this cast die and move on, and then that cast die and move on. It sucks. That kind of growth requires letting go of things, including the show itself. After Pops dies, the episode jumps through 25 years of the characters' lives. They all move on. They do build a
You know what, chat room? Like, one of my favorite moments in this series is the development of Rigby. Like, the character development of Rigby was so freaking amazing. Like, it freaking turned from him to be a slacker, you know, like, don't have a high school diploma, to like freaking to like an ambition of, I just want to have my diploma so I can actually show this off to my girlfriend who also freaking has this plans in life. And then, you know, it turned from bragging with a piece of paper to like him having a character development to make him better. And then you have Mordecai. Freaking, you have Mordecai, and then freaking, you know, Margaret, and then bro, freaking, oh my god, I'm happy that Mordecai has like you know, a wifey, but it didn't actually explain as well how freaking the Batwoman and him met. Like, I saw this on the regular show Wikia that they did the interview like from the creators of regular show JG Quintel saying like, we just want to include it there. Like, it really depends on the audience perspective. Like, okay, like, it's there. It's not significant, but you know, Mordecai will actually find his happy ending. It doesn't have to be mainstream.
Pops in the middle of the park, it makes it clear that Pops' death gave everyone else a chance to live. Up to this point, everything's in the middle of the park. It makes it clear that Pops' death gave everyone else a chance to live. Up to this point, everything tells us that the sacrifice was made out of love, not because of a battle being lost. But then something interesting happens. The camera pulls back to reveal an old TV in what appears to be heaven. A VHS tape labeled regular show ejects from the player, and we hear Pops' voice, jolly good show. And why is that so interesting? It presents death not as an ending, but as a transition. It's not always easy to talk about the afterlife without sounding preachy about it, and it did it so well that it's rated 9.9 on IMDb, one of the highest rated episodes of any cartoon.
This is really great.
Bambi.
Like like freaking, it's so great because it actually tackles like, okay, freaking, this is the maturity. You have to let it go. You have to move on in order for you to actually grow up and do better things. You know, it's not gonna be forever that you're going to be stuck here. That kind of stuff. It's great.
Death of Bambi's mom. Now, you didn't think we'd leave out the most traumatic cartoon death that was watched by your grandpa when he was a kid, did you? Yup, Bambi is an old one, and it did indeed shock an entire generation.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, chat room, I never entirely watched Bambi. I know the death, but I never entirely watched it. Like, watched the whole Bambi movie.
Seriously, generations of people. This 1942 Disney film represents their first vivid encounter with death, and it left a mark. We're talking about people who saw it in theaters as children and still remember crying decades later. I even found a forum where someone said their grandmother recalled that every child in the theater was in tears. You know, that says a lot, and it's crazy that it could have been way worse. Now, what do I mean by that? In an earlier version of the script, Bambi was supposed to find his mother's body lying in a pool of blood. Walt Disney himself vetoed that idea, saying it would be going too far. Even his own daughter Diane begged him to cut the death scene entirely. He refused, claiming he was bound to stick to the original story, though critics pointed out he'd taken plenty of other liberties with the source.
Yeah, unfortunately, the movie is forgettable beside this scene because it actually triggered a lot of people. Like, well, not really traumatized people. That every kid who watched this movie and then they were shown by this scene, like, it's definitely like it's going to leave an impact to their memories. Like, oh fuck.
Material. Anyway, what exactly happens in the scene? Well, about 40 minutes into the film, after we've watched this loving relationship develop between Bambi and his mother, they're eating spring grass in the meadow when she senses hunters. She tells Bambi to run and keep running, don't look back. Gunshots ring out, and just after she disappears off screen, you hear it. That solid gunshot indicating a hit. Bambi makes it to safety, turns around excitedly saying, "We made it, mother," and then nothing. Just silence and confusion as he searches through the snow calling for her. His father finally appears and says that his mother can't be with him anymore. That's it. Writer Larry Morey made the call to keep the death off screen, arguing it would have just as much impact without the added trauma of actually showing it. Turns out he was right. Media studies researcher Marissa Lamon has studied how people remember the scene and found that many people swear they saw Bambi find his mother's body, even though that never happened in the final film. The trauma was so intense that it actually changed how viewers remember the movie. And yes, this example really stands out from the rest because it takes a completely different approach than Sesame Street would 41 years later. There's no discussion of death being natural or permanent, and neither is there any processing of emotions.
I believe it's illegal to shoot female deers. It's also illegal to poach animals as well. Like, in general. I mean, there's some exceptions, but freaking, it's illegal to poach something like this. And why? It's because freaking, I know it's the freaking food chain topic and all that stuff, but there are some scenarios where this living species needs to survive in order for freaking the ecosystem to be balanced. The ecosystem, man.
The film then jumps forward in time and we see Bambi as an adult buck. This is argued as presenting an inaccurate depiction of how parental death affects children. It essentially
what's up, stress up, reading well.
Long-term bereavement that would realistically follow such a loss. Bambi just moves on, which isn't how grief works, especially for children. Maybe that's why the scene has become collectively traumatic in cartoon culture, as many viewers were left not knowing how to process what had just happened. Rugrats, Mother's Day.
What the fuck was that?
For not knowing how to process what had just happened.
What the fuck is tough, please?
Rugrats, Mother's Day. For 3 seasons.
Oh, I know this episode. It's actually very sad. It's a very sad episode, but at the same time, like, okay, it's, you know, it's actually one of the like one of the Rugrats episodes that I actually watch until the end because I'm like, okay, it has like a melancholic tune into it, but you know
why Chucky Finster from Rugrats didn't have a mom. The anxious red-haired toddler just lived with his equally nervous dad Chaz, and that was that. But behind the scenes, the show's creators have been wrestling with this question since season 2. Co-creator Paul Germain wanted to address it early on, so he pitched 2 storylines to explain Chucky's mom's absence. Either she was divorced from Chaz or she had died. Nickelodeon executives rejected both, saying death would be quote-unquote scary and children wouldn't want to see it. The network essentially told them, we can't talk about her being divorced and we can't talk about her being dead, so we can't talk about her at all. So for 65 episodes, they just didn't. Germain left the show in 1993, frustrated that this major character question remained unanswered. But when new writers took over for season 4, Nickelodeon changed its stance. On May 6, 1997, Mother's Day, strategically they aired Mother's Day, a half-hour special that finally revealed what happened to Chucky's mom. The episode opens with Angelica explaining Mother's Day to the babies. Tommy, Phil, and Lil all excitedly talk about making gifts for their moms, sharing memories of special moments with them, but Chucky doesn't have those memories. He admits he sometimes dreams about playing with a woman outside, but he doesn't know who she is. The babies try to find Chucky a new mom, but none of it works. Eventually, they end up in a closet where Chaz has hidden a box of his late wife's belongings. Inside, Chucky finds a photograph of the woman from his dreams. That's when Chaz sits down with his son and explains that the woman is Melinda, his real mother. She died of a terminal illness shortly after Chucky was born. Chaz talks about her, then reads a poem that she wrote for Chucky while in the hospital. At the end, Chucky tells his friends that his mom is, quote, in the flowers, clouds, grass, sun, and in the wind, and he's incredibly happy about it. This episode took a completely different route than what networks typically allowed in the 90s. Most animated series avoided...
Yeah, it's actually freaking. Ah, my God, freaking yeah! I remember this episode, chat room. It actually freaking it's so good. It's a good episode.
Entirely to keep things light. But Rugrats demonstrated that you could address parental death without traumatizing kids, through the eyes of babies who saw the world with beautiful simplicity. Bobby's World. Season 3, Episode 7.
It's a good
Music.
episode.
Sometimes a kids show surprises you with how mature it can be. Bobby's World, the Fox Kids cartoon, about a preschooler.
I have no idea what the
imagination,
cartoon
wasn't
is.
exactly known for heavy topics, but in 1992, they aired an episode called The Music. It taught kids that death doesn't erase what someone taught you. The episode opens
Good old
with Bobby dreading
cartoons.
his first test
What we
at
doing, all
preschool,
stress?
a shapes test that got him imagining nightmare scenarios about failing and ending up working terrible jobs for the rest of his life. You know, typical kid anxiety blown completely out of proportion through Bobby's wild imagination. Enter Abe, the elderly crossing guard at Bobby's school. He's one of those characters that, yes, I know I complain about one-off characters, but he is a one-off character. They purposely kill him.
Not all of cartoons are dead. Speaking, you have Bluey. Bluey is actually a really good cartoon. I mean, Peppa Pig is still there, but you know, like chat room. I watch Bluey. I actually watch an episode of Bluey. It's actually not that bad. It's not bad. It's good.
In this episode, just to talk about death, when Bobby expresses his anxiety about the test, Abe tells him about, quote, the music, except he's not talking about actual music, he's talking about everyday sounds, the wind, traffic, birds, people talking. He sings a little song about finding beauty in the simplest, most mundane things. By the way, if you appreciate having ears, don't listen to the song. Whoever voices the Bobby kid they have this annoying high-pitched voice at all times. And it's just, I don't, you know how Timmy Turner has an annoying voice, but somehow we all dealt with it? This one is different. This one is just, it's an ugly voice.
Hey, thinking like Tara Strong depiction of Timmy Turner's voice is actually not that bad. It's actually funny. Oh God. Oh my God.
Even though his voice is annoying, it's a sweet scene.
It's not annoying. It's so, oh my God. It's like how Brando sounds.
Crossing guard, basically just doing his job, becomes a caring mentor figure to
It's like
Bobby,
how Brando
teaching him to appreciate
sounds.
the world around him instead of getting stuck in his own worries. The next day, Bobby's so caught up thinking about Abe's lesson that he daydreams through his entire test and turns in a blank paper. His parents are called. His father Howard gives him a stern talk on the way to school about not daydreaming in class. Bobby ironically daydreams through that lecture too, but when they arrive at school, there's a new crossing guard and Abe isn't there. So the new crossing guard explains,
Yeah, Nickelodeon is still a thing, but they don't make good shows anymore.
to Bobby and Howard that Abe passed away over the weekend. Howard adds directly, and this is important, that this means Abe is gone forever. So what happens next? Well, instead of dwelling on the sadness of Abe's death, it pivots to what he left behind. His father explains that even though Abe is gone, his memory will live on in what he taught Bobby. And that lesson in finding beauty in everyday things, that becomes Bobby's tool for coping. Bobby goes back to school and retakes his shapes test. This time, he found the shapes in the world around him in the music of everyday life. And he passes the test. And about that, research shows that making meaning out of difficult
What the heck is that freaking woman's
music of everyday life. And he passes the test.
What the fuck is this face proportion, chat room? What the hell? What is this race proportion? Yo, what are those? And Tony is live. And he's gonna play Fatal Fury.
And about that, research shows that making meaning out of difficult experiences can actually be an important gateway for coping with loss. When children can connect a deceased person's teachings or values to their own actions, it gives them a sense of continued connection. Sure, death is permanent.
To be specific, early cartoon proportions, I guess.
But the people we lose continue to shape who we become. No pun intended. For a cartoon about a kid with a wild imagination and an annoying voice, sorry, didn't mean to diss you, Bobby. That's a pretty profound lesson to land. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 4, Episode 25. Next up, we've got something completely different, an action cartoon that doesn't hold back when it came to permanent loss. The 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series had already killed Splinter
Chat room,
once before
I
in Season 3,
really
but
want
time
to
travel
love this
undid that
series.
death.
It's
This time,
just
well,
that
it
you can
basically
never
insisted
beat
on
the
ponytail movie
2006
the first time.
version
The episode tells
of
you
this
everything.
one.
Requiem. Requiem is a Catholic mass for the deceased. It aired in February of 2017 and scored a 9.4 on IMDb, the highest rated episode of the entire series, and the setup for it was brutal. Super Shredder, now stabilized and more powerful than ever, launches an all-out assault. During a climactic rooftop battle at Wolf Hotel, he impales Splinter with his claws and throws him off the building. There's no blood shown, you know this is still a kid show, but the impact is clear. As the turtles carry Splinter's body to their
I mean,
vehicle,
no, this is still a really good. This is still a really good cartoon, by the way. The 2016, 2017, or 2012. That's still a really good cartoon. It's just that I grew up watching the 2003 because you know when you watch Cartoon Network and then Toonami appeared on your channel and then freaking this one and then the intro for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like freaking crazy.
the screen fills with a montage of memories, flashbacks to training sessions, conversations, moments of guidance. Each turtle remembers something different. Kind of like Bobby's World did, the grief and death are presented in how Splinter's teachings and presence remain alive in each turtle's mind. Requiem took a risk by making loss permanent and painful, but it also demonstrated that honoring someone's memory and carrying forward their wisdom can coexist with grief. Splinter's gone, but his lessons remain, and sometimes that's the most honest thing you can teach. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, special episode. Here's a brief moment, but still one of the most powerful lessons in children's television. In March of 1970, Fred Rogers turned what could have been just another routine episode into something far.
Yeah, I had the Fox box that showed the 2003 show Sonic X and Kirby. When Michelangelo wears black, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, when Mikey. Actually, funny enough, chat from the 2003 version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I actually have a action figure of that shit. Wait, freaking. Yeah, I have an action figure. Wait, let me look it up. Trying to look at it. Wait, chat room, give me a moment. Uh, yeah, there you go. I think this is shit. Yeah, yeah, chat room. This is the action figure that I'm talking about. I think I have it's either Raph or Donnie. I have no, it's definitely not Raphael. It's not Raphael. It's Don. It's Donnie. I got Donnie. Like I actually have this action figure chat room. Freaking it flips, by the way. This shit flips. This was flipping and dipping. Yeah. I have Donnie. Like I had this when I was kid chat room and then freaking it actually flips and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, freaking I was a Donnie person chat room. I like Donnie. Even though Steve likes Donnie, like, bro, you're Raphael. Yeah, I have the Donnie one. It was great. I kind of wish I have Mikey. I wish I have Mikey chat room. Ugh. Yeah, I have this chat room. It was great. Anyway.
Far more profound. He discovered a dead fish in his aquarium, and instead of quickly cutting to a different scene or replacing it off camera, he did something completely in character. He taught. The episode starts normally enough. Rogers arrives with a wooden pentagon, counts its sides, shows a short film about fish, then he walks over to check on his own aquarium, and there it is. A fish lying motionless at the bottom. He carefully removes it, trying to revive it with salt water. It doesn't respond, so he wraps it in a paper towel and quietly takes it outside to bury it. Now, most shows would have just stopped here. Simple cause and effect. Fish died, fish buried, lesson over. But Rogers understood something deeper about how children process grief. Once he's back inside, he starts talking about his childhood dog, Mitzi, how much he loved her, how she got old and died, how sad he felt when it happened. He even shows viewers a picture of Mitzi that he's kept all these years. He models the behavior he wants children to learn. And it's so casual, so natural. I mean, turns out, the man had studied child development extensively. He understood that children learn attitudes not from being told, but from observing. As he himself once quoted an old Quaker saying, "Attitudes are caught, not taught." What makes this approach so effective? Well, Rogers was essentially pioneering what we call now social and emotional learning decades before the term was coined. That happened in 1995 when Daniel Goleman's book on emotional intelligence came out. But Rogers had been doing it since 1968, recognizing emotions, understanding them, labeling them, expressing them appropriately, and regulating them. The episode assures children that the heavy sadness...
Well, why can't we have a Mr. Rogers as a blueprint to all therapists, you know? Or to everybody who's like in the Sudoku Sudoku hotline chat room. Like, why? Why can't we make this man as the blueprint for therapy?
They might feel
for psychological stuff.
Doesn't last forever.
I know he's an actor and shit, but freaking no, bro. He's more than that.
Rogers never says that explicitly. Instead, he demonstrates it through his own experience, showing kids that yes, he was very sad when Mitzi died, but now he can talk about her and remember the good times without overwhelming grief. The episode became highly acclaimed and was later included on a special VHS release about helping children understand grief. Boy Meets World, 1999. Here's the complicated part about grief. Sometimes the person who dies is the same person who hurt you most. And figuring out how to mourn someone you had an awful relationship with, that's something most kids shows won't touch. But Boy Meets World did exactly that in January of 1999. The episode opens up with Chet Hunter showing up at Pembroke College where his sons Sean and Jack are students. Chet's been an absent father for most of their lives, the kind who disappear for months, show up making promises, then vanish again. Sean spent years cleaning up after him when he came home drunk, sitting next to him hoping he'd say something, anything. Jack grew up knowing he had a father who was just gone his whole life. So when Chet appears claiming he's finally staying put, that he's got his life together this time, Sean doesn't believe him. And honestly, his skepticism makes complete sense. This pattern has repeated itself Sean's entire childhood. Then Chet has a heart attack after eating a piece of cake at the campus apartment. The stress of Sean's constant badgering about when he's leaving town again probably didn't help. Not to say I'm blaming the kid, but definitely they were arguing heavily. They rush him to the hospital and suddenly Sean's faced with something he wasn't prepared for. His deadbeat dad might actually die. At the hospital, the brothers process this completely differently. Jack's arranging for private rooms and professional care. Sean's insisting he'll take care of his dad himself, refusing charity, and that tension between them gets raw. Sean finally explodes, asking Jack if he's really Chet's son. Does Jack know what it's like to sit next to him all night hoping for a conversation, to clean up after him drunk, to lie in bed wondering if you did something that drove him away? Jack says that no, he didn't. It's a brilliant moment because the show acknowledges both experiences are valid. Jack's grief is real even without those memories. Sean's is complicated because he has too many of them and most aren't good. Then Chet wakes up. He gives him an honest conversation.
They say they're gonna stay for good, they die.
Sean finally believes him, and then Chet has a second heart attack and dies. The hospital scene is actually one of the only scenes where the entire cast appears together, because that's what the show understood about grief. You need people. You don't have to grieve alone. And that's probably the most realistic thing about it. Death is hard enough when you love someone unconditionally, but when that relationship was complicated, that requires a whole different kind of support. Boy Meets World got that right. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video.
Anyway, a really great video yet again from Tub, and you know how he actually explains and covers every episode or every series that explains death itself or the concept of death. It's really great. Really great. Anyway. Does he have a brand new video? That's the question. Does he have a brand new video? Ooh, he has, and it's a month ago. Oh my god, Chad. This is definitely going to be this is definitely going to be a very sensitive part. Yeah, Chad, this is gonna be a very sensitive topic because freaking it tackles, you know, this. Removing, I mean, before I watch this, I want to look at the comments first. Removing the channels without actually rescuing the channel permanently is wrong. YouTube does have moderator silly. It has an AI that becomes upset when you say a scary word. Mate, who are the 3 million weirdos watching that bad baby stuff? That is seriously creepy. Right? Who the hell? All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
On November 17th, 2017, police officers in Granite City, Illinois received a link to the kids' YouTube channel Toy Freaks. The video showed a father filming his 2 young daughters in comedy skits that had started to make even YouTube's own moderators uncomfortable. We're going to start with the more creepy and strange and gradually move on to some of the most disturbing YouTube kids channels.
I don't even know if I should actually react to this video, chat room. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get demonetized by this shit. Just to be safe, after I'm done streaming this shit, chat room, may have to delete this this on the YouTubes. It depends. Fuck it, man. Damn, you've gone down the rabbit hole. Joey, this is not my first rodeo. I've been in some multiple rabbit holes. But I still keep my sanity. Don't worry about it. So, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna something to wake me up. And then after that, maybe I'll play some more rivals. Or if I can stomach this a little bit, I can continue. If not, I'll probably going to do more rivals.
Toy Freak style.
But I already know about this channel because it had a very crazy controversy and drama as well, and at the same time the dad was actually a creep. Yeah, palate cleanser after. Yeah, freaking like just TLDR on the situation. The dad was, freaking freak, no pun intended, and then freaking exploits his children for fame and shit. And this was actually taken down like after that incident.
In 2012, the creator, Gregory Chisholm, was a single father of 2 girls, Annabelle and Victoria, living in Granite City, Illinois. He built the channel around simple home shot skits. Most videos took place in the family's house, in the kitchen, in the bedrooms, and very often in the bathroom. The videos
this was so weird.
were very easy for kids to follow. Over time, the channel grew into a giant. But the more you watch, the clearer
I can't.
it gets.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, like here's the thing, chat room. I think this is one of the channels and one of the reasons or one of the channels that cause freaking YouTube kids comment to actually be turned off. I mean, this one and then next to Elsa Gate. That's the reason why you can't comment to like YouTube kids videos because there's some weirdos out there, chat room. There's a weirdo.
Wasn't just messy family content. It was a format built around 4 key ideas: bad baby roleplay, gross out humiliation, fear with real animals, and the kids' panic as a selling point. The bad baby videos in particular are one of the reasons Gregory would later be investigated by the police. In the videos, the girls, who are clearly school age, are put back into baby roles. They wear diapers, drink from bottles, and are told they're bad babies. When they cry,
I can't stomach this, chat.
Videos would reach
Damn.
hundreds of millions of views. On the surface, it's framed as comedy. The dad exaggerates his reactions, calls himself Freak Daddy, and makes his own fake tantrums part of the bit. But compared to their freak out content, the bad baby videos were nothing. And one of Toy Freak's most infamous videos, A Frog in the Tub, Annabelle Freaks Out, Freak Daddy presents a special surprise for the girls.
Well, the 2 little toy freaks are playing in the tub, and they're
Oh no.
they're just kind of having fun in there. Yeah, just getting water and play sometimes. But guess what? They're
I'm just gonna skip this because I don't want to see it. Honestly, I don't want to see it.
Sit next to a live spider in the back of his car. Naturally, again, she freaks out on camera and starts crying to hundreds of millions of viewers. These videos are grouped into a playlist literally called Annabelle Freaks Out. Any single video might look like a tasteless prank, but put together, the pattern is hard to ignore. At the same time, YouTube was already under fire for ElsaGate. Thousands of kids' videos using Elsa, Spider-Man, and other.
Yeah, freaking who actually made this freaking rabbit hole of a freaking this freaking why? Why is this a thing in our universe?
Characters in violent or inappropriate scenes, disguised as kid-friendly uploads, which we'll touch on in detail later. Toy Freaks didn't use those characters, but it lived in the same era. So while YouTube was promising parents that kids' content was safe by design, its own systems
Who watches this trash? Freaking creeps at this point.
was still
There's no freaking way. Well, there's some family-friendly YouTube channels that actually freaking makes good content. Like, not like this trash. By the way.
feeding Toy Freaks to millions of children. That's when public pressure started to build. Reporters wrote about Toy Freaks as one of the strangest and most disturbing examples of kids' content on YouTube. Parents and child safety groups questioned why YouTube was allowing this kind of material to stay online, let alone get millions of views. YouTube had an obvious choice. If it did nothing, it risked being seen as indifferent to child exploitation. If it acted, it had to admit that its systems had helped create the problem in the first place. On November 17th, the channel was terminated. Thousands of videos vanished, and one of the most watched kids channels in the world was gone. YouTube said it had violated their child endangerment rules. But that decision raised another question. If the channel is disturbing enough for YouTube to delete completely, is it also illegal? After the takedown, YouTube sent the Toy Freaks case to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The NCMEC reviewed the material and passed it on to two police forces, Granite City, Illinois, where Gregory's company was registered, and St. Charles County, Missouri, where he was living. Officers watched many of the same videos that had horrified parents and viewers. The frog in the bath, the spider in the truck, the bad baby tantrums, and the food and pee scenes. Granite City Police said they couldn't find probable cause to arrest Gregory based on the footage they had, especially since much of it seemed to be filmed outside their area. Authorities in Missouri reached a similar conclusion and did not file charges. Toy Freaks is only the tip of the iceberg. Next is a channel where the line goes even further, where the alleged harm isn't just what we see on camera, it's what the police say was happening off camera to keep the channel going. Fantastic Adventures launched in 2012.
I have no idea what channel this is.
On the surface, it looked like low-budget kids comedy, but I'm going
But
to
it's a good
censor
thing.
every child's face due to the severity of crimes committed against them. Most videos were 10 to 15 minutes long. On screen, Michelle was mostly off-camera. Viewers knew her as the director and the YouTube mother behind the scenes, and sometimes heard her voice giving instructions or lines. The stars were her 7 adopted children, a mix of boys and girls of different ages, all presented as one big quirky team.
And I'm Summer, and we're from Fantastically. We're gonna
show. The tone was very light-hearted, as the kids smiled, casted spells, and ended every episode by asking viewers to like and subscribe. By early 2019, the channel had attracted around 800,000 subscribers,
Jesus Christ,
and hundreds of millions of views, which also brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad revenue. So on YouTube, what you saw was simple. A group of adopted siblings led by a creative mother playing out homemade fantasy stories.
I never heard about this, but I'm pretty sure
But when police finally went inside their house, they found a very different reality. In March of 2019, a 19-year-old woman, one of Michelle Hobson's older biological children, went to the police in Maricopa. She said her younger adopted siblings were being abused in the home, and she had obtained video proof. In a secretly recorded video, one of the adopted children describes what really happens behind the scenes.
where she locks me in a room with only underwear and tank top. Doesn't give me blanket. What kind of room is it? A closet, and it's a tile floor. No carpet, just an empty green room.
Oh yeah, like freaking even the child stars back in the dud, Joey. Like, bro, freaking you don't use your children as a way to freaking cater to people and at the same time make a quick buck out of it. It's freaking illegal. Also, yeah, there's consent.
She like got all the carpet ripped out and put the tile for it.
Is there a lock on the closet?
She doesn't let us eat for at least 2 days straight, or maybe more.
What's the longest she's ever made you go without eating?
4 days.
What the
Officers
fuck?
carried out a welfare check. When they arrived, they found the 7 children, who in the officers' words, appeared malnourished, with pale skin, dark rings under their eyes, underweight, and repeatedly asking for food and water. When an officer asked one of the children if they wanted a bag of chips, the child refused, sobbing and panicked, saying that their mother would smell it on their breath.
Protect you. Is there anything in here that you want to eat right now while we're waiting? Is seriously anything? Look, you got some chips. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. You're not going to talk to mom right now.
This first visit set off a much wider investigation. Police separated the kids and started taking statements. Some were too scared to talk at all. Others described a routine that was far darker than anything visible on YouTube. Several of the children said they were punished if they didn't take part in videos, or if they forgot lines, or if they didn't perform the way their mother wanted. One child told the police that if she refused to be in a video,
At this point, don't adopt freaking children like this and just make a quick buck about it. That's just freaking. That's goes against freaking human rights at all, or being human.
they were pepper sprayed as punishment, sometimes over the whole body, and once between the legs, causing pain that lasted for several days. Others
Age of Kids is a
described being
mistake.
forced
Yeah, it
into
is.
ice baths.
But if you really think about it, gamer, like in this day and age, younger people actually use YouTube, and freaking YouTube as a whole has a lot of plethora of videos like that doesn't seem appropriate to like younger audience. So freaking they had to do alternatives for it, but it do be like that.
As punishment, or made to stand with their legs and arms raised for very long periods, from early morning until late at night. But somehow even worse was that at least one boy said his mother would touch him in a place where it would be very illegal to do so, and pinched him until he bled. These weren't one-off incidents. The children obviously described a pattern. If they didn't perform for the channel, or if their performances weren't good enough, they faced extreme violence. But one detail in the report stands out. All of the children told the officers that they had been pulled out of school for years, and they believed the main reason was so that they could keep filming fantastic adventures. So school stopped being the main structure in their lives. Their YouTube channel did. So every frame of video isn't just mindless entertainment. It's evidence of what the children were
Yeah,
being
child
pushed
actors in a
to do.
nutshell.
On the basis of the kids' statements and what officers saw in the home, Michelle Hobson was arrested in March of 2019. She was charged with around 30 felony counts, including child abuse, unlawful imprisonment, child neglect, and molestation. Her 2 older biological sons, Logan and Ryan, were also arrested and initially charged with failing to report the abuse. Later in life, they would face separate charges of sexual misconduct with minors. All 7 adopted children were removed from the home and placed in state care. YouTube, which had previously allowed Fantastic Adventures to grow to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, terminated the channel under its child endangerment guidelines. In press statements, YouTube said it would work with the National Center for Missing and Exploited.
Sorry, Chacho, I'm really feeling it. I feel like I'm gonna drop my stream in a few because I'm really feeling it. I
Children
want to
would
lay down.
identify and remove channels where children were being abused.
I
But the
need to sleep. I need to sleep as early as hell.
legal story took another turn. After her arrest, Michelle Hobson was held in a jail in Arizona. Though shortly after being incarcerated, she would suffer a brain injury and was moved to hospital. A judge later ruled that she would be incompetent to stand trial. The state then had a limited window to try and restore her competency. But in November 2019,
Oh, go dress as important.
Courtney
Yeah.
filed
After this chat room, I mean, yeah, after this, like I'm so sorry, chat room, if I'm sleepy, but oh my god, I really want to stream today. I really want to stream, and then I want to see if people would actually support the goal or like like the video and all that stuff. Like that's one of the reasons why I keep going when it comes to like streaming, because I really wanna have some expectations, but c'est la vie, it's okay. I shouldn't be talking this kind of stuff, but man, freaking make me EP as hell. All right,
could take place.
Let me just finish this video, chat room, then I'm gonna call it. I swear to God, chat room, I promise you as well, chat room. Freaking once I'm done streaming, freaking I'm gonna lay down and then freaking watch Tony's stream because I'm gonna be rating him, and then I'm probably going to pass out.
Michelle Hobson died in a Scottsdale hospital. As a result, the charges against her were dismissed. Prosecutors later said that they had been confident she would have spent the rest of her life in prison if the case had gone to verdict. Instead, there was no conviction, no jury decision.
Yeah, well, that sucks because the person that was behind all of this freaking passed away, which is
And no formal legal record beyond the initial charges and police reports. The children were left to recover in private, and the person at the center of the case died without being found guilty or not guilty in court. Fantastic Adventures showed the worst case version of YouTube, but there's a middle ground that's still disturbing, where parents don't hide the harm at all. They film it, label it as a prank, and post it for millions of people to watch. One of the clearest
Oh, I know this motherfucker. I know this motherfucker.
Is CJ So Cool and his infamous prank on his own children.
Yeah, I know this motherfucker. This is actually the brother of freaking I don't even remember freaking the dude, but he actually popularized reaction videos.
That went way too far. CJ So Cool is the online name of Cordero James Brady, a family vlogger based in the United States. His main channel launched in 2014 and today has roughly 9 million subscribers and billions of views. On the surface, his channel looks a lot like aspirational family content on YouTube, moving into bigger houses, buying new cars, surprising his partner and kids with gifts. But between those videos, he built another identity, the king of pranks. Over the years, he has uploaded a long list of clips where he scares, tricks, or embarrasses his children for content. These include Fed the Kids Dog Doo-Doo prank, I Beat Up the Kids prank, and a drowning baby prank, where he convinces his partner that their infant has died in the pool. Each one pushes the line a little bit further, but his most controversial video was not any of those. The now removed video that CJ became most infamous for was Gave the Kids Laxative prank.
What's happening, Wolfpack and Cool Kids? It's your one and only CJ So Cool, and I'm back. Oh, skateboarding. Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 5, cool. Nice grind. You guys want some ice cream later?
Yes, sir.
What kind?
Vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla? Well, okay. You guys all on the same page? Okay, I'll make sure I get you some vanilla ice cream since you guys are having so much fun.
In the video, CJ takes bowls of ice cream meant for his children and mixes in Pedialax, an over-the-counter laxative intended to treat constipation. He presents the ice cream as a treat.
What the fuck?
On camera, having no idea that anything has been added. The video then cuts forward in time to about 90 minutes later. By this point, the laxatives have kicked in. CJ films his children in separate bathrooms, sitting on the toilet, crying, and clutching their stomachs. One child shouts that his stomach hurts. Another tries to close the door on the camera, but CJ keeps filming. While they're in pain, he laughs and jokes to the camera about how funny it is, making comments like,
You gonna be alright? You think it was that ice cream? You ate too much? Too fast? You gonna do that again? Oh my goodness, this boy's stomach is broken. Ooh. Go, Nation. Go. Okay. Oh, your stomach hurts too. Ooh.
pain and then recording the results as entertainment.
I'm just going to
the
just
video
skip that.
Didn't go unnoticed. News outlets around the world.
Also, by the way, you can't give freaking children, even though it's medicine, freaking, you have to have freaking prescription out of that. And at the same time, that's just sounds fucking wrong.
World ran stories about it as it was a form of child abuse.
Yep.
Because the kids' genuine pain was being used to entertain strangers and make money. YouTube removed the laxative video, then for a period, suspended the CJ So Cool channel over the prank. One local news station reported that CJ could face child abuse charges for lacing his children's ice cream because the prank appeared to make them physically sick. Despite the backlash, there is no public record of child abuse charges actually going forward. His channel was suspended, the laxative video removed, and then his uploads resumed. Today, CJ is still very active, with still over 9 million subscribers and regular family content. With CJ So Cool, the problem is obvious. You see the harm inside the prank itself, but a lot of family vlogging is quieter, as the danger sits in private.
I hope he covers one of the infamous family channels. You guys know what I'm talking about. Freaking one of the infamous freaking family channels that was freaking popularized by freaking pranks as well. Back in like the early 2000s.
Look at this place. Yeah, it's amazing.
And I know for a damn fact this freaking channel because bro, freaking this case was so like unfair. This this like Super 7 Girls or something like that.
So big. I know. It's great. Who's gonna ring the bell? Can I?
If you're a preteen girl on YouTube in the early 2010s, there's a good chance you knew at least one of the channels in the 7 Awesome Kids network. The idea was simple. Each channel had 7 girls, one for each day of the week. Every girl posted once a week. Every week had a theme. One week might be magic powers, another back to school, another best friends.
Yo, what's up,
Videos were
Hypes?
bedroom vlogs, sleepover skits, fake challenges, or comedy sketches about crushes and homework. There were no parents on camera.
I know this because Nick Crowley covered this on his like dark YouTube iceberg. What the fuck are we watching? We're watching a rabbit hole right now. Don't worry about it. Yeah, after this chapter, I'm gonna be EP because I'm really feeling it.
Kids and teens talking straight into
I
the
can still stomach this video chapter. This is not my first rodeo to actually enter a rabbit hole of some kind.
acting like characters on a DIY Disney channel.
Oh, I'm all ready for bed, but
Oh my god, it's so fucking cringy.
I want to go shopping. So let's go see how much money I have saved.
The audience understood the format immediately, and so did the algorithm. By 2018, the 7 channels together had more than 17 million subscribers and billions of views.
Also, by the way, they're not really related to each other. They're just actresses. And yet you keep watching because it's actually a really good, interesting topic.
The biggest of them.
I mean, freaking, if you don't like it, Hives, freaking watch somebody else. I'm not like encouraging you to like continue here. I was actually going to play Marvel Rivals after this, to be honest with you, but
Supergirls had around
I'm really
9
feeling
million
it.
subscribers and around 5 billion views on its own. For millions of young girls, these channels were YouTube. They didn't feel like shows made by adults. They felt like hanging out with their older sisters. But the network obviously wasn't being run by kids.
Yep.
Behind the scenes, almost every part of the brand, the casting, the contracts, the pay, the editing, was controlled by one man, Ian Rylert. Rylert was a
this
British
piece of shit.
producer
Chatroom, you will never believe how many sentencing that he has for this shit.
who had moved to Florida. In 2008, he co-founded 7 Awesome Kids, and over the next decade, built out the whole network. He recruited girls roughly aged 8 to 18 from the US, UK, and elsewhere. He had them sign contracts, set their filming schedules, and directed their content remotely. On camera, it looked like a bunch of friends making skits. Off camera, it was a highly controlled operation ran by a man in his 50s. For a long time, that control would stay invisible, but then, in 2018, it showed up in a police report. One morning in August, Orange County deputies were called to a hotel near Walt Disney World. A teenage girl, one of the performers of 7 Awesome Kids, under contract to Ryler and under 16 years old, told them that during preparations for a video shoot, he had crossed a line.
Yep.
According to police reports, she said that he had brought her into his hotel room to get ready for filming. He told her that her chest looked too big and that to fit the role, she needed to make her look smaller. He ordered her then to undress so he could see how to take around her. When she refused, he raised his voice and pressed her to do it anyway. She said he touched her chest while telling her how to wrap it and tried to pull down her underwear against her consent. She also told officers that when she resisted, he pointed back to her contract and said he could fine her if she didn't cooperate. So this wasn't just a creepy comment or an awkward moment. It was a man in his 50s using a work contract and his authority as a director of a kids franchise to pressure a girl under 16 into removing her clothes. Police arrested Ian that same day and charged him with lewd and lascivious molestation, which is a serious felony under Florida law. The charge carried a possible sentence of up to 15 years in prison.
Yeah, chatroom, and guess how many sentencing that he has? You know, guess, chatroom, guess. because it's so fucking bullshit. It's so bullshit.
He pleaded not guilty at first, surrendered his passport, and waited for trial. Meanwhile, the channel stayed up. For months after his arrest, 7 awesome kids
Better
from
be
all its sister
50 or
channels
7 years. Oh, you guys are off. Way off.
were still online, still feeding their back catalogue.
You guys are way off.
But no new videos were being posted. YouTube demonetized the network, meaning that Rylet stopped being paid.
Way off.
But the videos themselves remained available. Then, in early 2019, the legal case took a turn. Instead of going to trial, Rylet reached a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of child abuse in connection with the same incident. Reports from that hearing say he was sentenced to 90 days in jail and 2 years of probation.
Freaking 90 fucking days. And 2 years probation. Fuck me, man. 90 fucking days. And a 2-year probation. Utter fucking bullshit. So bullshit. 90 fucking days. And he's scot fucking free. But he did get registered as a you know, he got registered. That's for sure.
Lighter punishment than the maximum he could have faced if convicted at trial. Shortly after that plea, YouTube finally pulled the plug. In March of 2019, the company terminated all of the channels. By that point, the network had been a major part of YouTube's ecosystem for a decade. After the arrest, some former performers started speaking out in their own videos and to reporters. They were described a work environment that in hindsight felt very unsafe, with Rylet asking for swimsuit photos and commenting about their bodies while they were still children.
Bro, you're fucking 50 years old. You're commenting about a freaking pubescent individual to freaking do stuff.
Many of them said they had brushed it off as creepy but harmless, because at the time, the whole thing felt like a dream job, a chance to be on a huge channel with millions of viewers and real paychecks.
About the fact that our children are probably going to go back to school this term and be relentlessly bullied by people.
I hope he's gonna cover the other. You know what? I'm not even going to freaking spoil myself.
And misguidedly, relentlessly bullied by people who misguidedly, completely ignorantly and wrongly think that they're dad.
Chat, realize that every person in the U.S. Congress acts like that. No, freaking not only limited to U.S. By the way, Hives, not only limited to U.S. Honestly.
Is or a kiddie fiddler or a groomer or interested in children in an inappropriate way.
The Ingham family is a British YouTube channel run by Chris and Sarah Ingham. They started uploading more than a decade ago. Over time, the channel turned into a daily diary of their life with their children. You see breakfast at the kitchen table, homeschooling routines, supermarket runs, caravan trips across Europe.
Chatroom, I don't think I can actually raise like freaking 5 or 6 freaking children, bro.
And long holiday series from places like Disneyland. The channel sells a mood. If you watch long enough, you feel like you know every child, every inside joke, every nickname. They call their audience the iFam and talk to them like they're an extended family spread across the world.
iFam.
As of writing, the channel sits at 1.37 million subscribers and close to 700 million views, with more than 3,000 videos uploaded. Because the uploads are so frequent, many fans, especially younger ones, start to feel like they know these children in real life. Some watch every day after school, some travel to meet and greets, some send long, personal messages to the family through YouTube comments and Instagram DMs. But when your audience is full of teenage girls who feel like your kids are their best friends, it also means those same teenagers are only a message away from the adults running the channel. In 2018, that became a problem. Several young women would come forward online and to the press saying that Chris Ingham had sent them inappropriate messages. Teenage fans who followed the family online met Chris at holidays or events and then received late-night messages from him afterwards. One 19-year-old hotel worker told Vice she had contacted the family when she learned they were staying at the resort where she worked.
That's why you never sent her an online presence on children. Yes. Freaking just sent her around freaking Pokemon cards at this point. Oh my god, freaking hi. Or freaking make food videos. Freaking those food videos actually always pop. Or freaking do a mukbang. Oh my god, Chato.
Emailed her separately, asked for her Snapchat and Instagram, and then began sending
Freaking hives,
messages.
you know what I'm talking about. That you know that's true. Especially scalpers who scalp Pokemon cards. Bro, freaking you're going to sell you're going to sell freaking ETB boxes for a higher price. Fucking A. Bro.
That focused
Look in the mirror.
on her appearance and body. Other young fans, some as young as 16, shared screenshots they said showed Chris flirting with them, asking suggestive questions, and trying to arrange meetings away from parents. A
Oh
petition
my
from
god.
Change.org called on YouTube to intervene, accusing Chris of grooming and listing multiple allegations from different girls. Chris has always denied grooming anyone. In a 2018 response video, he said he'd never done any.
There's a guy who got his son into scamming card packs as fuck. Oh, you know what, Chad? This is why I am actually scared to collect Pokemon cards because I don't know the payoff for that and at the same time the investment for that, you know? Like I know there's going to be like a really good god pack or something like that, but with the prices that is happening right now with Pokemon, it's like it's fucked up. And I also heard from the Horizon that freaking One Piece is also going to get scalped. Like the One Piece trading card game is also going to get scalped because freaking the scalpers are like transitioning to like from Pokemon to like One Piece because freaking the Pokemon freaking scalping scene is actually so fucked up that other scalpers were like freaking we're jumping ships. We're going to try like something else. Like freaking what about One Piece? I'm like, bro.
Thing that could be classed as grooming and described the backlash as a
Like to be honest, chat room, you know what sorry chat room, I really want to backtrack. You know what Pokemon card set that I really want to like collect? If I'm gonna be honest with you, chat room, I want to play. I want to get this. This is the collection that I want to get. This is actually the collection that I want to buy. Like I want to collect. I want to collect stuff. The only TCG card game that I play Hives is Yu-Gi-Oh. You want to know why, chatroom? Because freaking this artwork of Charizard is so goddamn great. It's so good. I'm sorry, chatroom, but fucking A, this is a really great card design. This is a really good card design. I want to get it. Yeah, but I have an attention span of a fish right now, Hives. Oh, dude, that's the box my friend made me stand in line with him for. I want to get this. I want to get this card because this card is actually dope as hell. Also the mega. I don't really like the gold cards. If I'm gonna be honest with you, chatroom. Also, this one, chatroom. This is also another pack that I want to get. I want to get this. You want to know why, chat? I want to get this is because I love Zekrom, and at the same time, look at this freaking art. Look at oh my god, it's so small. That's what she said. Look at it, chat. It's so goddamn great. It's so great. At the same time, this shit, like, holy crap, it's so good. And I love Zekrom. I love Zekrom. I prefer Zekrom than Reshiram, chat. I'm sorry. Or freaking, if I actually pull this one and then send it to PSA, immediately I'm going to sell them so that I can use that money to actually get my PC, my PC equipment. Yeah, I want to get this and this one, Victini. Victini is also good too. Yep, there you go. Yeah, because um because chat room, I uploaded a wait. because we're going to backtrack this shit. We're going to backtrack. So, chat to Reno. I mean, it's one of your favorites. Why not? Yeah, it's just that the prices for those boxes are fucking crazy. Wait, speaking of chat room, speaking of, sorry, I got yeah, freaking I posted a video about that shit. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Chat room. I did a unboxing and it was it was Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was freaking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. At one point on stream, I did a stream of unboxing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's really great. So yeah, chat. I have this box right here. I actually bought a card sleeve. And I even have the card sleeves. Actually, chat room, that box is still in my with the sleeves are still in my storage box. For this, so for protection, and at the same time I want to also, I just realized, chat room, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are so small. Really smooth on that one, chat room. It's mad. I think I'm gonna buy 2 more of this in the future, chat room, because I'm not gonna buy 2 more of this in the future. I'm planning to do a deck on this one, but yeah, chat, here we go. Enjoy your sprint. This is a well-known. This is actually a well-known hand trap. Also, chat room, I can't even I can't even talk properly and explain all the cards on this because freaking I don't have a magnifying glass to actually read this shit. And people still use it for hand traps. Yeah, this is actually one of the well-known hand traps in the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG scene. It's really good. It's a good it's actually, and this is one of my favorite. And this is one of my favorite cards, chat room. It's Bryonac. It's just that it got nerfed. It got an errata because you can only use the effect once per turn, and I'm actually sad. I'm so sad. Card was when returning your on some stuff that and then Black Rose Dragon. Collect or I love collecting Pokemon cards, chat room. Anyway. Like, I would love to do another unboxing as chat room, but this time I'm going to do an unboxing for Pokemon cards. It's just that I need funding. If I'm going to do a content like that, I need funding. And by mean funding, Vicky, I need money to do so. But yeah. Anyway.
Witch hunt.
I am not a social predator or any of the other ridiculous crap I have seen written about me online. Never in my life have I ever done anything that could be even remotely considered that. Not ever. I'm just a normal, hardworking husband.
Bro, a hairstyle like that looks like you're an emo or a scene back in early 2000s and your age is like this. Bro, thinking you're definitely going to be a weirdo. With that haircut like that, chat room, you already know that this dude is a weirdo.
Normal guy, just a straightforward, normal guy. And that's it. All of the continued relentless harassment that Sarah and I are facing online at the minute, especially on Twitter, is disgusting.
Well, if oh god, we like Hypes, we don't talk about that YouTuber as well. We don't talk about that too. Because that dude was also a piece of shit too. Speaking of freaking, Twitter, you're already fucked if freaking Twitter is going to fuck you in the ass. I'd say he's lost, but what's lost is that haircut is he.
It's absolutely outrageous.
For the Ingham kids, the line between family and brand is almost gone. Their childhoods are monetized in real time. Their faces, names, and even likenesses become products. Their father's reputation, shaped by not only what he does on camera, but by how he behaves with the teenage audience that watches his daughters grow up, is extremely disturbing. But there's a family vlog channel where the child wasn't just part of the brand, he was the brand, right up until the day his parents announced that he had been given to another family. Micah and James Stauffer.
I fucking know this family channel as well. It's fucked up, but I'm pretty sure Sirius is going to talk about it. But for those people who don't have an attention span to actually watch this, no offense by the way, TLDR is that they actually adopted an Asian kid that has who has special needs, and he was also featured on multiple videos of this channel, and that child became like a fan favorite. But what happened is that, in the later videos that the couple actually had, he was nowhere to be found. And then people were like very concerned of what happened to him, or did they actually get some things and all that stuff. And their explanation was like, okay, he's like not feeling well as a person, as a kid who has like special needs and all that stuff. But when reality is that he got so freaking abused because of his special needs, to the point that people picked it up and then freaking harassed this channel and all that stuff. And but the kid that has the special needs actually has like a foster home now and all that stuff. Well, they forced and shit.
Ran the channel's Store for Life with their adopted son, Huxley. Micah and James are Ohio-based family vloggers. They built an audience of roughly 1 million subscribers. Their content looked like a lot of mommy vlog and family content online. Home renovations, day in the life videos, kids' birthdays, and plenty of sponsorships. In 2016, they decided to adopt a child from China. They told viewers that they were specifically open to a child with special needs. Over months, they filmed that process. Home studies, paperwork, matching calls, and fundraising. In 2017, they announced that they had been matched with a little boy. His Chinese name wasn't used on camera. They said they would call him Huxley. He was about 2.5 years old with medical issues that, at least on paper, they said they understood and were prepared to handle. From that point on, Huxley became the center of the channel. They filmed their first vlog with him in China, the moment they first held him, in a video titled Huxley's Emotional Adoption Video. That upload, now deleted, became one of their most watched videos with over 5 million views. They posted at least 27 videos about his adoption journey, from fundraising and travel to his first weeks at home. In those early vlogs, you can see a child who is clearly overwhelmed, crying in airport terminals, clinging to his caregivers, and struggling with the loud noises and new faces. At the same time, the channel frames the whole story as a kind of fairy tale, a forever family narrative, complete with emotional music and brand integration.
Dear Huxley, welcome to your forever family, a family that will never give up on you. It was really hard to get to know the real you. You guarded your heart fiercely, and rightfully so. We have no idea all of the things that you've been through before we met you. And then slowly but surely you started opening up, and boy, was it amazing. Your smile could light up the entire room.
The more they posted about Huxley, the faster their numbers grew. The Storfers asked viewers to help fund the adoption and travel costs. Fans sent money and gifts. At the same time, Micah launched more brand deals. In one sponsored video for Dreft baby detergent, Micah talks about using the product to bond with Huxley, explaining over footage of him that the scent helps her feel like she's finally getting the newborn baby experience she missed because she adopted him at an older age. His story sold detergent, clothing, and the idea that the Storfers were a generous and aspirational family. But that doesn't automatically make the adoption insincere. Many adoptive parents share their journeys online, but it does mean from the moment that he arrived, Huxley's image and journey were tied to views, ad revenue, and sponsorship deals. Therefore, when things started going wrong, the audience wasn't just emotionally invested in a child. They were emotionally invested in the perfect picture of a family they had been sold. On camera, Micah talked about the challenges of parenting a child with higher needs. She said his original file from China had been incomplete, and that once he was home, doctors diagnosed him with more complex conditions than they had expected, including a stroke in utero, level 3 autism, and a sensory processing disorder. In some vlogs, she described long days of therapy sessions and meltdowns. In others, she showed progress updates as he learned new signs, routines, or words. From the outside, you can see two things at once. On one hand, they were clearly dealing with a child who needed more support than they had planned for. On the other hand, the channel was still monetizing every second of it. Videos about Huxley's challenges went up filled with ads. The Storfers openly talked about how YouTube income helped pay for therapy, whilst using his story to generate generate said income. In 2019, Micah gave birth to their fourth biological child. Around that time, viewers began to notice that Huxley was appearing less often in vlogs. When they asked about him in the comments, their questions would often get deleted. So the boy whose adoption had helped grow the channel was suddenly fading from the story without any explanation. That silence set the stage for one of the most infamous videos in YouTube history. On May 26, 2020, Micah and James uploaded a 7-minute video titled An Update on Our Family. In the video, they sit on a neatly made bed, looking straight into the lens. Micah is visibly emotional. James does most of the talking at first. He explains in careful language that after consulting with multiple professionals, they decided to dissolve Huxley's adoption. In their words, to place him with a new forever family who is better equipped to handle his needs. They say his special needs are more severe than they had understood, as they suggest that there are things in his file and issues they can't share publicly that made caregiving impossible for them. They stress that they still love him and that this decision was made with his best interest in mind, and that he was now thriving and happy with his new family. They ask for privacy, and they say they will not go into further detail to protect his story. But many viewers had a problem with this request. Nearly every day of Huxley's life with them had already been filmed and uploaded. His adoption day, his first words, his meltdowns, his therapies, his diagnosis. The channel had turned that story into a public narrative for 3 years, right up until the moment the narrative stops being flattering. Therefore, when they ask viewers to look away, it feels less like a request for privacy and more like damage control. The backlash was very severe. Within days, news outlets described the Storfers as the YouTubers who rehomed their autistic or adopted son. Articles ask how a family who campaigned for the funds, flew to China, and promised a forever home could now treat that child as returnable. A Change.org petition demanding that YouTube remove monetized videos exploiting a special needs child gathered more than 150,000 signatures. It argues that the family used Huxley's story to grow their audience and then gave him away when the care became too hard. Ohio authorities also opened an investigation into Huxley's welfare to ensure he's safe in his new home. They ultimately state that he is, and no criminal charges are filed against the Storfers. Micah then posts a written apology on Instagram. She says they did not adopt Huxley to get rich, and that any money earned from the videos went back into his care. She says she's sorry for the pain that they caused. But public opinion had already turned. The forever family story is more than broken, and the people who are asked to invest in it feel used. Therefore, the Storfers do the one thing that they can still control. They disappear. In the weeks after the backlash, Micah begins scrubbing her online presence. She removes references to Huxley from her social media bios, rephrasing herself as a mother of 4 instead of 5. Videos featuring him begin to vanish or go private. Eventually, the Store for Life channel itself disappears completely. Only fragments of it survive in news clips, reaction videos, and documentaries. Micah stops posting on YouTube and Instagram altogether, and since the incident, she has not returned to social media in any serious way. James, however, continues to upload on his separate car channel, Store for Garage, which had always been more about vehicles than kids. Meanwhile, updates about Huxley come only through second-hand statements. The Storfers' lawyers say he's been placed with a new family with medical training who can better support his needs. In a way, that's the best possible outcome for him. A stable home, no cameras, and a chance to grow up without strangers analyzing his every move.
It's so sad. Ah, God, I fucking hate this.
On screen right now, you're looking at one of the channels that quietly rewired YouTube kids. It was called Webs and Tiaras. Grown adults dressed up in cheap Spider-Man, Elsa, Joker, and princess costumes running around suburban streets in small sets. There was almost no dialogue, just cartoon music and big, exaggerated acting. A lot of the clips are just silly and low budget, but once you watch more than a few, the tone would start to shift. The skits would constantly drift into bizarre, sometimes nasty territory, with fake blood, pregnancy bellies, injections with giant syringes, and bondage-style restraints. So you had adults and
Like,
kids.
who the fuck freaking made this idea? Like, who? Like, I know it's Web and TRs, but who the fuck actually woke up at one point saying like, "Oh, we want to do freaking Elsa freaking getting butt plug or something like that." Like, bro.
Acting out childbirth, medical procedures, kidnapping, and bondage, all under bright titles like Frozen Elsa and Spider-Man fun in real life. But Webs and Tiaras wasn't just one weird channel. Nearly identical channels called things like Toy Monster, The Superhero's Life, and The Kids Club copied the format exactly. Same costumes, same sets, same wordless skits with superheroes and princesses in very strange scenarios. Parents realized these videos weren't slipping through by accident. They were aimed straight at YouTube Kids and autoplay. The metadata was loaded with phrases like learn colors, nursery rhymes for kids, educational. After months of pressure, parents, journalists, forums, the ElsaGate hashtag, and a big subreddit cataloging these channels, YouTube was finally forced to make a
Oh
public
my god, the
statement. In
hell
late
is that
November
thumbnail?
2017, the company announced it had terminated more than 270 accounts and removed over 150,000 videos for violating its new guidelines on children's content. It also turned off comments on over 625,000 videos and stripped ads from nearly 2 million. If Webs and Tiaras was the first wave of YouTube Kids' nightmare, GoCat is the sequel. As with all these channels,
Oh
it looks
my god, freaking yeah. Like you have freaking original slop and then you have AI slop.
harmless initially. The channel description welcomes you to a fun and exciting YouTube channel for kids, promising imagination, colorful animation, and surprising stories of transformation. The pattern was always the same. Animated cats are beaten, starved, or thrown away like rubbish. Parents slam them with bats and frying pans, scream at them, and kick them out of the house. Sometimes the kittens are shown with parasites crawling out of their bodies, or with their organs spilling out in surreal body horror transformations. Then, near the end of the clip, there's a lesson. The parents apologize, the kittens are taken to a hospital, revived by a doctor, and everyone hugs while melancholic music or a meowing cover of a pop song plays. It's framed as a story about forgiveness, but most of the runtime is still abuse,
What the fuck
gore,
are
and
this shit?
definitely content children shouldn't be watching. So GoCat isn't exactly about funny cats. It's child abuse themes and horror images packaged in the shape and pacing of a kid's cartoon. If you looked only at the titles and descriptions, words like funny cat, family fun, and Disney animated movies on videos where those same cats are mutilated or abused. Other clips with polar bears and reindeer infected with parasites were tagged with hashtag animal rescue.
Oh my god, freaking AI slop was a mistake. Freaking AI was a mistake.
Educational wildlife video. The real issue is GoCat and similar channels are so easily accessible. If children typed phrases in like Minions, Thomas the Tank Engine, or cute cats, their channels would appear. So you don't have to go looking for this. You just have to let a child type in cute cat and leave autoplay running. Eventually, Wired wrote an article and contacted YouTube about GoCat and the other cat channels in 2025. YouTube said it had already terminated 2 of these types of channels for breaking its child safety rules. So some of the worst copycat channels had disappeared, but the main one, GoCat, didn't. The channel is still online, still branding itself as fun and exciting for kids.
Now, what we're going to do is drop the 2 balls and see how high they bounce. Try and catch them. There we go. Okay. Now, both bounce about the same height, but that doesn't mean they both have the
It's
same
like the last one as
Some
well.
of the channels are obviously disturbing the moment you
Oh, he didn't actually cover one of the infamous family. Yeah, chat. Freaking. If you guys are well, if you guys know about this shit, freaking. This is also a kids channel. Freaking fucking hey, it funny enough. Yeah, chat room. This was yeah, chat room. This was yep. So chat room. I mean, if you guys don't know, but this shit was like one of the infamous, like before Webs and Tiaras, because before the Elsa Gate, you have this shit. You have this family that does kids content as well, and thinking they bullied and prank their kids, and at the same time, you know, they're giving them a goddamn freaking mental scar in life and shit. Jesus Christ. Anywho.
hit Flay,
I'm
Toy
surprised.
Freak, Fantastic
I'm
Adventures.
surprised he didn't cover up that the Daddy 5 situation, because that would actually be in this list.
The laxative prank, but there's another category of risk that's harder to spot. These are the channels that parents actually seek out. The clearest example is the happy scientist. For decades, John Robert Cramp was known as a kids science educator. He toured schools and events as Mr. Electricity, doing live shows about physics and chemistry. Later, he moved online. Under the name The Happy Scientist, he posted nearly 90 short science videos to YouTube. They showed experiments with static electricity, air pressure, light, and sound, the kind of demonstrations teachers love to project in class. The channel was small by YouTube standards, with a few thousand subscribers, but his reach was much bigger than that. His website and videos were used by homeschoolers and elementary schools around the US, especially in Utah, where he lived. But in September 2020, federal agents and local police turned up at his door. The police in southern Utah were running an undercover operation on Craigslist. The aim was to catch people looking for sexual contact with children. They posted decoy ads and monitored replies. According to local news reports summarizing police affidavits, investigators say Cramp came onto their radar after he became involved with one of those ads. An ad that strongly implied adults could spend time with a child. When officers from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force arrived at his door and searched the house, they found what one report described as thousands upon thousands of child abuse images and videos. According to court documents, there were more than 20 external hard drives in his possession, including one 4-terabyte drive filled with material involving minors. Some of the files involved children under the age of 12. Cramp was 64 years old when a federal grand jury indicted him on 2 counts of receiving and possessing CP. At the same time, Utah prosecutors filed 10 state-level counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. The material wasn't connected to his videos. He wasn't secretly filming kids inside his experiments. The YouTube content itself remained generic and safe-looking, but that's exactly the point. Parents and teachers have been inviting this man into their homes and classrooms through his channel. They trusted him with their kids' attention, and they treated him as an authority figure in front of 8-year-olds. The Happy Scientist doesn't look anything like Toy Freaks or Fantastic Adventures. There are no screaming kids on camera, no obvious red flags in the thumbnails. If anything, his channel looks like the solution to the rest of this video. The channels you tell parents to put on instead of random recommendations. They show that the risk on YouTube Kids isn't only in the footage. Sometimes it's the trust we place in the person behind the channel. A retired teacher making science videos who built a brand that felt safe enough for teachers to show in class and parents to recommend to each other. That concludes today's video. If you want something else to watch or listen to, there's a video on screen that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy.
There you go, chat room. That was it. Bro, freaking, that was some iceberg, that's for sure. Anyway, chat room, I'm really going to call it on that one. Chat room, I am going to call it on that one. Hives, I don't like. Probably on the next stream. I'll definitely going to do a React Andy stream. Right now, I'm feeling it, chat. I'm fucking feeling it. Anyway, I can't even freaking process my mind right now because I'm so fucking tired. Yeah, chat. I actually slept around 12 or 1 a.m. last night, and I woke up like 5. Oh my god, I really need some sleep. I really need to fix my sleep schedule and shit. Anywho, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I really appreciate the support. I do apologize, chat room, if the stream was a little bit short, but 2 hours and 31 minutes isn't that bad. So Anywho, I'm really going to call on that one, chat room. Your boy is actually very EP now. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about today, chat room. I didn't play Marvel Rivals, which is supposed to be the thumbnail on this stream, but speaking, I EP and I really wanna sleep. But don't worry, chat room. Tomorrow I'll definitely be streaming, and I'll be doing Marvel Rival stuff. I promise you that, chat room. I'm not gonna I'm going to freaking. I'm gonna keep my word, chat. I'm just I'm EP as hell. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in the stream. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, Stress, for the 60 stream streak. Jesus freaking Christ. Stress, are you okay? Are you freaking okay? Thank you. And I think that's it. Chat room. I am going to raid Antonio because also Joey. Thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, thank you for this 60 stream streak. Jesus Christ, Stress. You okay? Uh, anyway, chat room. Thank you guys so much for tuning to the stream. I really appreciate the support. I'll be for the Twitch people. I'll be sending my raid to Tony, so please make sure to enjoy his content and all that stuff. I do apologize, chat room, if I actually end the stream short because freaking your boy is EP, and I don't think nothing, nothing, oh, anything that seemed eventful for today. But I'm going to call on that one, chat room. Please enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, noon, night, wherever you guys are call it. But I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow, and then I'll play more Marvel Rivals. Until then, my name is Sabertooth saying take care and stay safe. And also appreciate this Sue Storm skin because I'll definitely be getting that battle pass. But until then, take care and stay safe. See ya.